The draft ban order put out by the government of India on 27 pesticides is a very, very welcome move. It's been long due. Some of the pesticides, all of them are highly hazardous. Some of the pesticides appear in WHO Class 1 list. All of them appear in the list of highly hazardous chemicals as per the Rotterdam Convention. And they all do havoc in our ecosystem, in our natural biological system. So I would definitely say this is a very welcome move. But as I see, this is a draft order, and I'm sure government is coming under a lot of pressure from the pesticide lobby, and the government should never buckle under the pressure from the pesticide lobby and go ahead with banning these deadly chemicals. Some of these pesticides, as we know from our own experience, dimethoate, carbofuran, sapamethrin, some organochlorines, we have seen how severely they affect and damage some of the very key pollinator species in our ecosystems. We have seen that some of these pesticides, farmers generally use the cocktail of these pesticides and they apply in their crop fields. And our data shows that the honeybees exposed to these pesticides, both in the field as well as in the laboratory condition, they come under severe oxidative stress, number one, meaning they die much faster, they age much faster, and they die much faster. And they get totally disturbed with regards to their orientation, foraging, etc., etc. And we have also seen that some of these pesticides, some of these cocktails of some of these pesticides that appear in this list of 27 pesticides we proposed, they have been causing, they've been damaging the olfaction, the ability to smell in the major honeybee species, the rock bees and the Indian honeybees, Apis cerana. The honeybees, their exposure to some of these pesticides also cause them a vision loss. They cannot, the visual acuity of these honeybee species, they get lost because of the chronic exposure to some of these pesticides. We have also seen that their color recognition also gets jeopardized with chronic exposure to these pesticides. So suffice to say that these pesticides have disastrous effect on a host of the non-target species in our ecosystems. That said, there are obvious options the farmers have, obvious alternatives that the farmers can use, and they can definitely avoid these chemical pesticides. There are enough examples from across the world, from within this country, where people have shown that non-pesticidal management is definitely possible. They can definitely deliver as much yield with non-pesticidal management. The farmers can achieve as much yield as possible as the chemical pesticide-driven crops. And our own calculation, we've also seen that the whatever little benefit the farmers hope for by applying pesticide, that is by increasing the yield, these so-called yield increase get offset by the yield loss that they incur because of the loss of the important ecosystem service like pollination. So the yield increase that the farmers expect from spraying pesticide, they actually do not really get. So definitely the pesticide application is not the solution for pest management and for increasing the crop yield. And I'm very happy that this has come in forth, and the banning these pesticides will definitely vastly improve the ecosystem service provisions, various ecosystem services provided by the host of beneficial insects and the other animals in our ecosystems,